finally conquer your money fears and take over your financial destiny. Whether you are or you aren't, you got to listen to this next clip with Farnoosh Torabi. She is absolutely going to help you take charge of your money situation and turn those fears into some power so you can finally take control of your financial situation. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to hit the reminder button. But let's listen in, okay?
Where does fear help us manage money better?
Oh my gosh. Well, the fear of money is interesting because it's not like a lot of the other fears I explore in the book where the fear of rejection and loneliness, which are like states of mind, and fear of money is very much a curious thing because money, like, what is it even? It's just this tool, it's this construct. And so when I say you're afraid of money, I think what I'm really saying is that you're afraid of perhaps your relationship to money, the things that you think about money make you afraid. And when you are afraid of let's say, losing your job or losing your money or making a bad investment or lending money to a friend and never seeing that check again, that what the fear is telling you firstly is that maybe you need to explore where this fear is coming from. The fear is asking you to explore it, to unpack it, to take it to its source. That's the first step. And it's a great exploration when you're afraid of money, because a lot of times when we're afraid of money, we're carrying around these narratives that just don't serve us and that aren't even true. But maybe we experienced a semblance of it long ago. Like if we're afraid of going bankrupt or losing money, and we might have healthy jobs and healthy savings accounts and all things, but there's still a part of us that's afraid of losing it. We're afraid of scarcity, all of that. That's very real in our community. We hear about this a lot. Well, I think that it merits an exploration back to the beginnings, where maybe you can identify how this showed up for you in your life. Was it because your parents experienced this? Was it because maybe you even had a brush with this in your earlier adulthood? And now, because of behavioral psychology and how we have, a tendency to like think that things will just repeat all the time, that you don't think that you'll ever actually achieve financial independence. I think that when you fear money and you do this exploration, you can usually come to this conclusion that that narrative deserves rewriting, and you're an adult now and you have agency, and it's your job to turn this fear that is actually a fallacy into something more truthful that represents your life today. And, it's not to say that people could hear this and say, well, so ultimately, like, just be fearless. No. You have to face this fear, because what you've now essentially done by going to the root of it, you have learned more about yourself. You might have discovered some of the people you need to get rid of in your life who are sending you unhealthy messages around money.
Yeah.
What things to tune out.
I think fear often, just back to my days when I was a planner, people's fears often were the best questions to ask. And I feel like if you turn those fears that you have about managing your money into questions like it's the same thing you're talking about, but looking fear in the face and going, how does it? So as an example, one big thing people that don't know much about the stock market say, well, I don't want to put money in the stock market because that's like taking it to Vegas and you just put it in so the number one question then is, if that's your fear, is the stock market like Las Vegas? Like, is it truly like, and then you start to, your fear kind of creates a curriculum for you to become more empowered and stronger.
Oh my gosh, I wish I could have copy pasted that into the book. Fear becoming a curriculum. You're absolutely right, especially with money, because we arrive at our financial lives as adults with not a lot of pretext, not a lot of education or literacy. Yeah. And of course, that's going to brew fear. And so the first thing you sometimes need to do, and that this could be part of the exploration of the fear, is to understand what you don't know. And so often when people are afraid of the stock market or recessions, one of the most helpful things to discover is that it's cyclical. And especially with investments, yes, it's cyclical, but also good news, better news. The periods of the boom markets last longer than the bear markets. And there are more boom markets than there are bear markets. And if you look at the charts, the historical charts, 30 years, you're going to end up with far more money investing consistently in a diversified portfolio over that time frame than even in a high yield savings account. So you sometimes just need to understand that fear of money is really just a nudge to get more education.
Yeah, and exactly where to get it. Yeah, fantastic. The book is eye-opening. It is funny. I can't tell you the number of times I was laughing. It's called A Healthy State of Panic. Follow your fears to build wealth, crush your career, and win at life. And it's available everywhere.
Hey, Stackers. Man, Farnoosh Torabi was incredible. A lot of great tips and advice there on how you can use your fear to actually help conquer your financial challenges and turn your fears into financial success. Impressive stuff. You know what? We'd love to hear what you think. So comment down below, join our Facebook group, The Basement, and let's keep this conversation going. We really are actually more interested in what you have to say about this. So let's keep the conversation growing and going. Check us out on the Stacking Benjamins podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.